All right, let's get this show started.
Let's start today's news with Joe Rogan criticizing Leon Edwards' strategy used against Colby Covington. Rogan, who called the fight cage side, has criticized the ego-based decisions made by Edwards at UFC 296. The UFC welterweight champ engaged in grappling with Covington towards the end of the fight, which the UFC commentator believes was a mistake. Speaking on ESPN, Rogan said, "What was interesting is that he made choices tonight that were not the best choices to win the fight, but almost like to prove a point. Like he chose to engage Colby in grappling in moments where he did not have to, where he could have defended and got back up to his feet. I think that would be a better path to victory, where he could have completely dominated the fight, absolutely dominated it. He found himself on the bottom at the end of the fight getting punched by Colby, which really didn't have to happen. That's not the way you want to see a guy who's as good as Leon Edwards fight. You don't want to see him make ego-based decisions when you don't have to, especially when he's so superior standing up." Bryce Mitchell has posted another bizarre video. In the most recent video posted to his social media, Mitchell accused Google of putting a picture from UFC 296 of him being knocked out on purpose. Mitchell says that he's the only fighter whom a picture of being knocked out unconscious was on the front page of a Google search.
So every day since my fight, I've been making a video because I've had an undeniable urge to do so. And I really just am thinking about just moving on in life. I'm not really dwelling on the past. It's not heavy on my mind or my heart or anything like that. But I've had an undeniable urge to talk about these revelations I've been having. And today I had one as I got onto Google. I went to type something in to find an address to where to go to in town. And when I typed it in on Google, or I had to pull up Google, a picture of me is underneath the scroll bar, the search bar. And it's me out cold, laying sideways while I was sitting there twitching. Okay, and what I want to tell y'all is that it is a fact that they will never, ever, ever put a picture of another fighter laying sideways out cold on the underneath Google on the front page. It's also a fact that, you know, they're never going to put any of my accomplishments on the front page of Google. Do you see? They're never going to put a picture of me holding my hand up, proclaiming Jesus Christ as Lord and King. They'll never put that picture on the front page of Google. And they'll never put another picture of another fighter out cold on Google. So what I'm telling you guys is I am being persecuted. I became very aware of it today when I went on to Google. And this is an all-out media attack by Satan, because Satan controls this media. And all of us Christians out there know that. And I just want to let y'all know, you just can't embarrass me. You can't humiliate me, because I don't care about other people's opinion.
Fans quickly fled into the comment section, prompting Mitchell to realize that he's not the only fighter with a knockout picture featured on the front page of Google. Bryce responded writing, "Okay, I was wrong. Apparently they do post pics of unconscious fighters. I just never noticed that before until I saw mine. But anyways, I'm still censored, and that's a fact. The truth scares them." Gilbert Burns' wife breaks silence on Strickland-Du Plessis brawl. As most of you guys likely know by now, Strickland and Du Plessis were involved in a physical altercation amidst the crowd at UFC 296. This all went down around Gilbert Burns, who was with his family at the time. Now, Burns' wife has revealed details of the incident from her perspective in an interview with MMA Fighting. Bruna Burns said, Strickland was like, excuse me, and I was like, alright then. Durinho pulled Joshua and told me, get out of there, they're going to fight. We were looking at the big screen and didn't see anything. Jamal Hill pulled me as soon as he noticed they were going to brawl. At first, Strickland and Du Plessis were fine, shook hands and everything, but there was no other interaction between them. Strickland texted Durinho later apologizing, asking if something had happened to me and the kids. Pedro was watching the brawl from front row. He loves it. He's sitting there, the melee going on, and he's watching it. Joshua was a bit scared. Aren't they going to fight already? Why is it going on already? I said, oh son, he called him out to fight right there, and he went for it. Belal Muhammad fires back at Leon Edwards. After his decision win over Colby Covington at last Saturday's UFC 296 event, Leon Edwards scoffed at the possibility of a championship fight rematch with number 2 ranked Belal Muhammad. Now, during an interview on SiriusXM Fight Nation, Belal fired back saying that Edwards was in the same position 3 years ago and he was the one asking for a title shot. Belal is also mad at the fact that despite being on a 10-0 unbeaten run, Edwards still believes that Belal doesn't deserve the opportunity to fight for the title.
The fight happened, you saw the fight. Now after the fight was over,
who would you have rather have fought?
For sure, Leon now. Now, especially just because of the way Leon's talking and, you know, acting like I don't deserve it. And I'm looking at this guy like, man, you really sounding real dumb right now. And it's just pissing me off more than anything, because you were in this position 3 years ago. You were in this position where you had this long streak and nobody gave you a shot. So you know how to feel. So the fact that you're acting like, oh man, he hasn't earned it yet, you moron. I'm on a 9-fight winning streak. 5 of those fights are against top 10 guys. 4 of those are against top 5 guys. I've literally beaten every single person in the division that wasn't the champion. I have more ranked wins than Usman, and he was the champion. So don't tell me that I haven't earned it. I haven't deserved it. You just sound dumb. So like, that's what's pissing me off more than anything. Colby, like, I would have walked through Colby if I fought him that night. I'm looking at this guy like, bro, this is the guy that they gave the title shot to. This guy literally looks like an amateur fighter out there.
Aljamain Sterling responds to Dana White's weird explanation. Sterling arrived at UFC 296 this past weekend expecting to receive tickets, but upon arrival found the doors locked to the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Later, speaking at the UFC 296 post-fight press conference, when asked about the situation, Dana White said this.
Aljamain Sterling tweeted that he had tickets tonight and that they got pulled. I'm wondering if you know anything about that.
Well, they were tickets that he was with a sponsor. I don't know how they got pulled or what happened, but the team reached right out to him and he was like, yeah, never mind, I'm good, I'm gonna leave.
Now, in a recent YouTube video, Sterling responded, saying that this explanation is very weird and he was irritated by the whole situation.
So I'm just, you know, I'm not trying to fan the flames. I think somewhere there was a little bit of a disconnect. The only thing I didn't really understand is someone sent me the clip of, I guess, Dana saying that the tickets were through a sponsor. I don't know what that was about, because I've never had tickets from a sponsor for any of the UFC fights. I always go through the same exact channels every single time, but this is the first time that that's actually happened. So that was weird. I don't know if that was like what someone told him, but nah, I actually asked for tickets through the UFC channels, and just unfortunately, either way, regardless, I think should have been informed a little bit earlier before. You know, I just had a feeling like something just felt weird. I was like, you know, I never got the email. I'm talking to my fiance, Rebecca, and as we're going there, we're getting close, and I'm like, okay, they just said that they're completely out of tickets. I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. Now we're hopping out the car. We're stuck outside. People are asking for pictures. I'm irritated. So now I kind of like brush people off because I'm dealing with something, trying to figure out what the hell to do. I'm embarrassed for me. I'm embarrassed for my fiance. We're outside and it's cold. I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. It's just a very unfortunate thing.
Time for today's top 3 memes. Third place was found over Facebook and was posted by Hilarious MMA. Second place meme was found over Reddit and was posted by Heavy Limbs. The top picked meme was found over X and was posted by MMA Daily. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.